was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, and the streets outside my apartment were completely silent. Everyone in the building had either gone home for the holidays, or at least that's what I thought. I was up late wrapping gifts when I heard the sound of someone dragging something down the hallway. At first, I assumed it was my neighbor moving luggage, but then I realized the sound wasn't rolling. It was something scraping, like something heavy being pulled across the floor. I froze because the scraping sound stopped right outside my door. I waited, thinking maybe someone was visiting the wrong apartment, but then I heard breathing. Slow, heavy breathing. Like someone was standing inches from the other side of the door, listening. After about 30 seconds, I finally gathered the courage to look through the peephole. But when I put my eye up to it, the peephole was completely black. Not dark, blocked, like someone's finger or their eye was pressed right against it. I stepped back, my heart pounding, and that's when I heard it, a whisper, a low and raspy whisper, almost playful. Merry Christmas. I backed away slowly, and the moment that I did, the scraping started again, heading down the hallway, further and further away until it disappeared completely. The next morning, when I opened my front door, there was nothing but a single long scratch dragged across the floorboards, stretching all the way down the hallway and out of sight. I still don't know who or what stood outside my door that night, but every year since then, on Christmas Eve, I hear that same slow, heavy breathing right outside my apartment. And every year, I make sure I turn off all my lights and pretend I'm not home. Now, I don't care if anybody believes me or not, but I just need to get this off my chest. My name is Ashley, and last Christmas was the scariest time of my life. My daughter Alexis was only 9 months old, and something or someone was in our home. On December 14th, I had just put Alexis down in her crib for the night. Nothing unusual. Her baby monitor was on, picking up her soft breathing. At around 1:30 a.m., I woke up to a noise on the monitor. Not crying, not fussing, a low, deep humming, like a grown man trying to sing a lullaby. I stared at the monitor screen. The crib looked empty. Alexis wasn't there. My stomach dropped so hard I couldn't even breathe. And just as I reached for the door, the humming came again. It was a little more clear this time. A man's voice whispered, "Go back to sleep, little one." I ran into her room. When I burst inside, Alexis was still in her crib, still asleep. But the rocking chair in the corner was swaying gently, back and forth, back and forth, as if someone had just been rocking in it seconds earlier. I grabbed Alexis and locked myself in my room. I called the police. They searched everything. No intruder, no broken windows, nothing. But I knew what I heard. On December 18th, at 2:12 a.m., I woke up again, this time to somebody whispering in the monitor. Very soft whispers. "Shh, go back to sleep. Shh, go back to sleep." Alexis was asleep beside me in my bed. safe, so the monitor only showed her empty crib. At first, the screen looked normal, and then I saw it. A hand, a man's hand, resting inside the crib, fingers slightly brushing the mattress, right where Alexis usually sleeps. I sprinted to the room. No one was there, but the rail of the crib was still warm, like someone had been leaning over it just moments before. Again, police found nothing. On Christmas Eve at 3:09 a.m., I refused to let Alexis sleep in her crib anymore. She stayed in my room with me. The monitor was pointed towards the empty crib, just so I can watch her room at night. At 3:09 a.m., the monitor screen lit up. Motion detected. My heart started pounding as I picked it up. At first, nothing. Then in the lower corner, a dark shape rose slowly from the floor. Too tall, too thin, no features, just a silhouette. It leaned over the crib, looking down, looking for her. Then it lifted its head and stared directly into the camera, directly at me. The screen glitched. Static ripped through the speaker, and the voice whispered, "Where's the baby, Ashley? Where's the baby?"